Dude, stop! What? Get your hands up! What? Come on! What?
Breaking news. If it bleeds, it leads. In your news today...
You are now tuned in to Dirty Laundry Media.
Stand by.
What's going on, Dirty Laundry family? This is Bill Money, back in the building, tapping in with another video. I hope this finds you in the best of health and spirits. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This one comes to you straight from Chicago, Illinois, from a very, very crazy incident that occurred back on May 16th, the morning of May 16th around 7:20 a.m. This incident involved a man by the name of Bruce Lua, a white Hispanic male, 45 years of age, from the Pilsen area, I guess on the west side of Chicago. This incident occurred in the West Lawn area of Chicago. So basically what happens, there was reports of shots fired in the area. Also, the cops were alerted through the shot spotter technology of shots being fired in the area. So they respond to the scene. A gentleman on the, I guess a passerby or witness, pointed Bruce Lua out as the guy who was doing the shooting. So the first group of officers pretty much trailed him on foot and implored him to stop over and over, drop his weapon, pretty much gave him a wide berth as he continued to move through the neighborhood. They never engaged him. And ultimately he walked and turned into an alleyway, and he was engaged, or he was, met head on by a police cruiser in which two officers jumped out, immediately engaged Mr. Lua. They drew their weapons. They implored him to stop. They implored him to drop his weapon. At that time, he drew his weapon. He got off about 8 shots, hit the first officer once, hit the second officer twice, before he was eventually shot and taken out of play, taken into custody. So go ahead and check out the footage, and I'll come back on the other side with my thoughts. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and make sure you click on the notification bell so you'll be alerted next time I drop hot content.
Stop.
Alright, 13, where you guys at now?
Show me your hands, dude. Get your hands out of your pocket. Dude, stop. What? Get your hands up.
What?
Come on.
What?
Show me your hands, dude. Get your hands out of your pocket. Dude, stop.
Get your hands up. Come on. So yeah, a pretty wild scene. Things went from 0 to 100 really quickly once those officers hopped out the squad car. Didn't hesitate, hopped out with their weapons drawn, engaged Mr. Lua, implored him to stop. He refused. As you can see, he had that pistol in his right side, bladed off, and once he figured there was no way out, he went ahead, raised that thing up, and he let off 8 shots. He hit the first officer in the hand. He hit the second officer in the leg, in the hip. And I think he hit him in the shoulder. It ended up lodging under his underarm. But again, a lot of questions about this incident. Bruce Lua, a 45-year-old white Hispanic male in a predominantly black neighborhood, firing shots. I'm wondering, who was he firing shots at and for what purposes? Based on his Instagram page, this brother is a religious fanatic of some sort, and there was a post in which he was imploring Joe Biden to send some help for some self-described war that was going on currently. Again, there were lots of incoherent ramblings. He seemed to be some sort of religious fanatic. Very unstable, apparently. But very quickly again, and I might want to post that footage from the previous contact with the first responding officers. They gave that guy such a wide berth. They gave him every opportunity, imploring with him to get him some help. They knew this guy was armed. They know he was just firing shots. And we already know if he was a black guy, that after the first or second time they had asked him to stop, they would have went ahead and engaged him with deadly force. But they hesitated, and to me, those two other officers almost lost their lives as a result of their inaction. You know, we can see there's two ways of handling suspects if they're white or if they're black. This is just another example. As you can see for yourselves, make of it what you will, but it is what it is. If you know, you know. We know where we at, and we know what the time is. So again, we need to find out what Mr. Lewell was doing in the area. This makes me, question a lot of these shootings that happen in Chicago. Who's actually doing them? They're going unsolved. Are there gentlemen like Bruce Lewell who say they're at war, walking around in black neighborhoods, shooting people randomly? So, gotta ask the question. It's always been something on my mind. And when I saw this incident, that's the first thing that came to mind. That these independent race soldiers are out here using black people for target practice. So yeah, another fun fact about the gentleman, Bruce Lewell, if you want to call him that. So let's see, in June, I guess this must have been last June, he was released on his own recognizance. No, excuse me, this was in April. Lewell was released on his own recognizance for misdemeanor aggravated assault charges for allegedly threatening two women with a knife in separate incidents. Lewell pled guilty to drug charges in 2007. He also has a conviction for misdemeanor gun possession and driving under the influence. So after this incident, Lewell was held on $10 million bail. He was charged with attempted murder, aggravated battery, and unlawful use of a weapon. He was also ordered held on $100,000 bail for his pending misdemeanor assault case. So again, this guy, this white Hispanic male, Bruce Lewell, was just released a month prior to this incident for misdemeanor aggravated assault charges for threatening two women with a knife in separate incidents. So yeah, previous gun convictions and also driving under the influence. So, had he been held on a substantial bail for those aggravated assault charges, again, this incident might have never occurred. So yeah. So I'm going to end that right here. Let me know what you think about it. I know there are going to be some trolls to hop down in there and try to make excuses and say that he wasn't up to no good, that he was just having some target practice at 7:19 in the morning in a black neighborhood. Right. But thanks for tapping in. This is Bill Money signing off. I'll see you on the other side. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and share this video to your social media. Thank you.